Okay, so on this question, we are adding, subtracting fractions. Let me bring it over here real quick. And the trick on this one is, I'm sure you noticed that the two denominators are the same, except they're the opposite order. So, so you got to make them be the same order. What's going to do that? Well, you multiply top and bottom by -1. What do you mean? Why is that going to work? Well, watch. When I multiply the bottom by -1, watch what happens. You get -5 plus x, right? The -1 just distributes. And that's the same as x minus 5, right? Because the x is positive and the 5 is negative. The order doesn't matter. Just the signs in the front matter. So when you multiply by -1 like that, it changes both their signs, which makes it match the other one. Because you might be looking at x minus 5 and 5 minus x and think, well, they're different orders, so that's what matters. It really isn't the order. Yes, they are different order, but that's not the main problem. The problem is they're different signs. What do I mean? Well, the sign on the x is positive, right? There's nothing in front of the x. Signs are in front of letters and numbers, right? So the x has nothing in front, which means he's positive. The 5 has a negative in front, so he's negative. Whereas over here, originally, this 5, you go back up here, this 5 was positive and this x was negative. That's opposite signs, right? The x is positive here, but negative there. The 5 is negative here, but positive there. So the problem is not the order. It's the fact that they're opposite signs. So you multiply top and bottom by -1. That changes the signs, and you can reorder it. However, order doesn't matter. Signs in front matter. Order doesn't matter. Signs in front are what matter. So I go ahead and put the new signs in front. Okay, so now, but you have to also multiply the top, right? So what do I get now? Bringing this down. Now I've got, for the first fraction hasn't changed at all. But the second fraction now has become x minus 5. Let's put it in blue. Oops, I didn't put it in blue. I thought I did. And I didn't. Right? And the top is -1 times 3x, which is -3x. See how the two denominators now match? They're now the same thing. So now you can, once you've got a common denominator, you got it, right? You don't need two fractions. You put them together. And so we just say 9x plus 8 minus 3x. You can just make it one fraction because they have a common denominator. And then 9x minus 3x. What's that? That's 6x. And there we go. There's our answer. So the moral of the story, when you have x minus 5 and 5 minus x or something like that, their problem is not they're out of order. They're opposite signs, right? X is positive here, negative there. 5 is negative here, positive there. So what you do is multiply top and bottom, right? As long as you do the same thing to the top and the bottom of the fraction, you don't change it. So I multiply top and bottom by -1. The negative sign distributes and changes both the signs. You can switch the order. Doesn't matter at all. And it's x minus 5. They match, and there we go.